This section is about frames. First, we can go through evolution into frames. The idea of semantic net started out simply as a way to represent labeled connections among entities. There are certain problems which are difficult to solve with semantic nets, although there is no clear distinction between semantic net and frame system. More structured the system is, more likely it is to be termed as a frame system. Now we can look what is frames. A frames is a collection of attributes. It is said to be slot and also values that describe some entities in the world. Sometimes a frame describes an entity in some absolute sense. Sometimes it represents the entities from particular point of view only. A single frame taken alone is rarely useful. We built frame system out of collections of frame that connected to each other by virtue of facts that the value of an attribute of one frame may be another frame. The frame is also a data structure to represent similar properties and possible for knowledge representation like semantic networks. It contains the same ideas of inheritance and default values. However, frames are more powerful than the semantic network because their slot contains instructions to be understood well for computing things stored in other slot or other frames. Frames can also be said as sets and instance. The set theory is a good basis of understanding frame system. Each frame represents either a class, which is said as set, or an instance, an element of class. Both is a and instance relation having inverse attribute, which we call subclasses, and all instances. As a class represents a set, there are two kinds of attribute that can be associated with it: its own attribute and attributes that are to be inherited by each elements of the set. Here we have an example for class frame, that is frame names and properties, and instant frames has three fields, that is frame names, class and properties. Okay, sometimes the difference between set and an individual instance may not be clear. Example, Team India is an instance of class of cricket team and can also think of as a set of players. Now the problem is, if we want Team India as a subclass of cricket team, then Indian player automatically become part of all the teams, which is not true. So we can make Team India a subclass of class called cricket players. To do this, we need to differentiate between regular class and meta classes. Regular classes are those whose elements are individual entities, whereas meta classes are those special classes whose elements are themselves classes. The most basic meta class is a class. It represents set of all classes. All classes are instances of it, either directly or through one of its subclass. The class introduced the attribute cardinality, which is to inherit by all instances of class. Cardinality stands for number. Here we have an example for simplified frame system. You can refer this figure in your text, that is figure 9.5. In this example, the frame person, adult male, ML baseball player, picture, and ML baseball team are classes. The frame PV Reese and Brooklyn Dodgers are instance. The is a relation that we have been using without a precise definition is, in fact, the subset relation. The set of adult male is a subset of the set of people. The set of Major League baseball player, subset of the set of adult male, and so forth. Our instance relation corresponds to the relation element of PV Reese is an element of the set of fielders. Thus, he is also an element of all of the superset of fielders. including Major League Baseball player and people. The transitivity of ISA follows directly from the transitivity of a subset relation. Both the ISA and instance relation have inverse attributes, which we call subclass and all instance. Because a class represents a set, there are two kinds of attribute that can associate with it. Some attributes are about the set itself, and some attributes are to inherited by each element of the set. We indicate the difference between these two by prefixing the letter with an asterisk. For example, consider the class ML baseball player. We have shown only two properties of it as set. It is a subset of a set of adult male, and it has cardinality 6 to 4. We have listed 5 properties that our Major League Baseball players have: height, bats, batting average, teams, and uniform color, and we have specified default value for the first 3 of them. By providing both kind of slots, we allow both classes to define a set of objects and to describe a prototypical objects of sets. Frames are useful for representing objects that are typical of stereotypical situation. The situation like the structure of complex physical objects, visual sense, etc. A common sense knowledge can represent using default value if no other values exist. Common sense is generally used in the absence of specific knowledge. Other ways of relating classes to each other. We have discussed that class 1 can be subset of class 2. If class 2 is a meta class, then class 1 can be instance of class 2. Another way is the mutually disjoint with relationship, which relates a class to one or more classes that guarantees to have no elements in common with it. Another one is covered by, which relates a class to a set of subclasses, the union of which is equal to it. If a class is covered by a set S of mutually disjoint classes, then S is called a partition of the class. Next topic is slots as full-fledged objects, that is frames. Till now we have used attributes as slots, but now we will represent attributes explicitly and describes their properties. Some of the properties we would like to be able to represent and use in reasoning includes the class to which the attribute can attach. Constraints are either the type or the value of the attribute. A value that are instance of class must have by the definition of the class a default value for the attribute. Rules for inheriting values for the attribute. Rules for computing a value separately from inheritance. An inverse attribute, whether the slot is a single valued or multi-valued. To be able to represent these attributes, we need to describe attributes, that is slot, as frames. These frames will organize into a ISA hierarchy just as any other frames, and that hierarchy can then used to support inheritance of values for attribute of slots. Now let us formalize what is a slot. A slot here is a relation. It maps from elements of its domain, the class for which it makes sense, to elements of its range, its possible values. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. Thus it makes sense to say that relation R1 is a subset of another relation R2. In that case, R1 is a specialization of R2, since a slot is a set, the set of all slots, which we will call a slot, is a meta class. Its instances are slots, which may have subslots. slot value as object. We refilled the notation of a slot by making it an explicit object that we could make assertion about. In some sense, this was not necessary. A finite relation can be completely described by listing its elements. In practical knowledge-based system, one often does not have that list. It can be very important to be able to make assertion about the list without knowing all of its elements. Reification gives you a way to do this. The next step along this path is to do the same thing to a particular attribute value, an instance of relation, that we did to the relation itself. We can reify it and make it an object about which assertion can be made. To see why we might want to do this, we could attempt to do this the same way we made slot themselves into objects, namely by representing them explicitly as frames. Frames are organized into an ISA hierarchy and thus supports inheritance. There is no basis for such an organization of slot values. We augment our value representation language to allow the value of a slot to be started as either or both of a value of the type required by slot, a logical constraints on the value. Next topic is inheritance revisited. To support flexible representation of knowledge about the world, it is necessary to allow the hierarchy to be an arbitrary directed acyclic graph, that is said as DAG. We know that acyclic graphs are adequate because is a correspondence to the subset relation. Hierarchies that are not trees are called tangled hierarchies. Tangled hierarchies require a new inheritance algorithm. Property inheritance. To retrieve a value v for slot S of an instance f, do step 1 set candidates to empty, and step 2 do breadth first or depth first search up the ISA hierarchy from F, following all instance and ISA at each step. See if a value of S or 1F, its generalization is sorted. If a value is found, add it to candidates and terminate that branch of the search. If no value is found but there are instance or ISA link upwards, follow them, otherwise terminates the arc. Step 3. For each elements C of candidates, do see if there is any other elements or candidates that was derived from a class closer to F than the class from which C came. If there is, then remove C from candidates. Step 4. Check the cardinality of candidates. If it is 0, then report that no value was found. If it is 1, then return the single elements of candidates as V. If it is greater than 1, report a contradiction. This algorithm is guaranteed to terminate because the ISA hierarchy is represented as an acyclic. Now we can see difference between semantic net and frames. Semantic network structure the knowledge of a specific part of any information. It uses real-world meaning that are easy to understand. For example, it uses ISA and ISA part inheritance hierarchy. Besides this, they can be used to represent events and natural language sentences. In simple words, semantic nets are general in nature, but if you are not familiar with the syntax and semantic in each case, then it can be a problem. Now frames. The frame is also a data structure to represent similar properties and possibilities for knowledge. Representations like the semantic networks. It contains the same ideas of inheritance and default values. However, frames are more powerful than the semantic networks because their slot contains instructions to be understood well for computing things stored in other slots or in its other frames.